Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we explore the massive kind of hidden tech infrastructure that actually powers our modern visual world. Today, we are using the massive catalog of HDTV Supply. They are a 25-year industry veteran as our map. And okay, let's unpack this. We are starting with a very specific piece of gear, the DVIGear DVI-2860-AOC DisplayPort cable.
Yeah, that's a very specific place to start, but I mean, it perfectly sets up the scale we are talking about today.
Right, because I want you to realize this isn't about, like, your regular living room home theater setup. This is about mind-boggling commercial AV routing. Look at the length of that DVIGear cable. It's 60 meters. Sending ultra-high-definition data over 60 meters of standard copper wire is, well, it's basically like trying to shoot a fire hose through a drinking straw.
It really is. What's fascinating here is that at this scale, you actually have to use active optical cables, or AOCs. You can't rely on copper because the signal just degrades entirely. So these cables have microchips in the connector heads that instantly turn electrical signals into light.
Oh, wow, so it literally converts it to light on the fly.
Exactly, yeah, and it shoots it down a fiber optic strand. Since light doesn't suffer from electrical resistance, it completely prevents signal loss across, giant venues like stadiums.
Okay, so you have these 60-meter optical cables acting like laser pointers, but they have to plug into a central brain, right? Which leads us to the HDTV Supply catalog's massive Wolfpack modular matrix switchers. And here's where it gets really interesting. The scale of these things is insane.
Oh, absolutely, they're massive.
I mean, they start at a basic 4x2 setup,
Yeah.
but they scale up to an astonishing 160 by 160 TVs. Plus, you get this command center level control using Wolfpad tablets or like free Android and iOS apps, and even Windows 11 PC software.
Yeah, and just think about the sheer computational power necessary to run that smoothly. You are seamlessly routing 160 different 4K or even 8K inputs to 160 different screens. And it's not just routing, it has built-in picture-in-picture processing.
Wait, really? It handles PIP for all of that at once.
Yeah, PIP and video wall processing. So if you want a 10x1 video wall configuration, it manages the digital handshakes and clock synchronization so the image doesn't tear. Even a millisecond of delay would completely ruin the visual.
That is just wild. But it does make me wonder, who actually needs a 160-screen matrix switcher? Like, what are the primary markets they are targeting with this catalog?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, AV distribution is actually a backbone for two massive sectors. The first is high-end public entertainment, like those massive sports bar TV systems that need to integrate seamlessly with, say, the DirecTV app.
Right, so every single TV shows the touchdown at the exact same millisecond.
Exactly. And the second sector is government purchasing and secure operations. If you look at the catalog, it highlights federal GSA schedules, TAA-approved products, and the NASA CFE program.
So like military command centers and secure briefing rooms where you absolutely cannot afford lag or signal interception. Fiber optics don't emit a signature you can hack into easily.
Yeah, in those environments, zero latency visualization isn't a luxury, it's a strict requirement. The matrix switcher is basically mission-critical hardware.
So what does this all mean? Basically, the next time you sit in a sports bar with 80 synced TVs or you look up at a giant video wall in an airport, I want you to picture the invisible infrastructure. There are Wolfpack matrices and miles of optical cable behind the drywall, making it all happen.
It is pretty incredible. But, this raises an important question. If this invisible infrastructure is currently maxing out at routing 164K or 8K displays simultaneously, what kind of massive hardware evolution will be required behind the walls when public spaces inevitably transition to fully immersive 360-degree holographic environments?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we're going to need a much bigger laser pointer.